When you strip away the noise and the bright lights, it's just the game you loved as a kid.
Wilson just unveiled its newest commercial for Caitlin Clark's signature basketball collection. And let's just say it's a cinematic masterpiece. If Caitlin Clark on the court is poetry in motion, this ad is her visual mixtape. Fans aren't just impressed, they're electrified. In under a minute, Wilson managed to bottle up the Caitlin Clark phenomenon. Her impact, her story, her connection to fans, and exactly why she's the undisputed face of women's basketball. I don't think you could have a more perfect promotional campaign for anyone as what the FE or as what Wilson are just doing for Ken Clark. It's been legitimately perfect. But the magic isn't just in the marketing. The balls themselves are mini miracles of storytelling. Every inch of the design screams Caitlin Clark with a level of care and customization that shows Wilson wasn't just creating a product, they were building a legacy. I'll get into all the jaw-dropping details soon, but here's the headline. Caitlin Clark just became only the second basketball player ever to receive a full Wilson signature line. The first, a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan. No pressure. Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan. And that's where the conversation takes a sharp turn. Because when fans saw this drop, they all had the same thought. How on earth does Caitlin Clark, literally the most talked about, Googled, followed, and watched female athlete in the world, not have a signature shoe yet? It's baffling. It's bonkers. It's Nike-level baffling. If you think Nike is messing up, then comment fumbling the bag down below. Let's go. Nike, we need to talk about Caitlin Clark. Let's you and me talk about Caitlin Clark since you refuse to talk about Caitlin Clark. Well, a Nike insider may have finally spilled the tea. And if what they're saying is true, the explanation is not just disappointing, it's downright infuriating, especially once you compare it to what Wilson just pulled off with flair, precision, and actual respect, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson. Now, back to Wilson, because while Nike's out here fumbling, Wilson's putting on a masterclass. They've been riding with Caitlin from day one. Her first signature line last year? Massive success. It wasn't just a product launch. It was a cultural moment. And once again, just so we're clear, Michael Jordan is the only other hooper to get this treatment from Wilson. This year, they didn't just run it back. They went bigger, better, bolder. Wilson and Caitlin didn't slap a name on a ball. They crafted 4 unique basketballs, each packed with personality, purpose, and insane attention to detail. Just kick things off by welcoming Caitlin to the Wilson Design Lab set today as we take a look behind the scenes at the product line that we've created, Phase 2 of the Caitlin Clark product line. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the Aspire Ball. At first glance, it's minimal, gray, clean, sleek. But the second sunlight hits it, boom. Messages start glowing in fever red. Dream big. Keep going. And most touching of all, you're going to be amazing because you are amazing. That line, straight from Caitlin's pre-game ritual. It's what she tells Aaliyah Boston before every game. This isn't branding, it's personal storytelling. So, we'll go through the Aspire. So, this is using a reasonably newer technology of ours, the UV technology. The pattern that it actually reveals is different positive affirmations for the athletes who are actually taking it outside to play with it. It's all about the details. Wow, that's awesome. Next up, the Envision Ball. This one's built for outdoor play, decorated with what looks like a trippy maze design until you look closely. Then you realize it subtly spells out dream big over and over. It's like motivational graffiti, but on a basketball. Now let's talk about the Oasis Ball. This one's dipped in Caitlin's favorite shade, light blue. But it's not just a color choice. One of the panels features a bird's-eye view of a golf course, nodding to Caitlin's love for golfing. It's a slick way to connect her off-court passion with her on-court presence. Okay, so we got Oasis. I will say this is my favorite from Justina at first glance. The pattern is a bit of an abstract illustration of what water looks like. And then also you're seeing the fairway, the greens. That's also kind of interspersed in the pattern, too. It's amazing. It's hard to pick a favorite ball, but this is going to be up there with them. Yeah, and finally, the crown jewel, the Embrace Ball. It's regulation-ready EVO NXT quality, built for real gameplay. League rules meant they had to keep the flashiness in check. But Wilson still worked their magic. Around the air hole and tucked inside the Wilson logo is a soft sunburst pattern in, you guessed it, Caitlin's signature light blue. But wait, there's more. That design, it's a decibel meter made from real crowd noise recorded at a Fever game. Literal fan energy embedded into the ball. That's innovation. Alright, so we're going to cover this one next. We were running some data during one of your Fever home games. It would kind of track noise and sound whenever like you would make a play. How do we take that theme and put it into a design? Well, it was a little bit of a scientific. Now this is cool. People need to listen to this. This is a high-quality basketball. This is what the real hoopers use in the gym. This one, can't pick a favorite. They're all amazing. Wilson could have stopped there. They already delivered the goods, but then they dropped the commercial. Visually stunning, emotionally resonant, and undeniably Caitlin. No gimmicks, no fluff, just hoop, heart, and hustle. Chanted defense by the Sparks fans. 6th on the shot clock. Clark deep 3. Feet on the hardwood, basketball in hand, guiding you, inspiring you, working on the player you dream to be. Because the ball will always bring you back to your favorite place. Calm, focused, and confident to the place all roads lead. The game of basketball. Which brings us to the elephant in the sneaker closet, Nike. How is it that Wilson is setting the standard for signature athlete gear while Nike, the self-proclaimed king of basketball culture, is still dragging its feet? Word from a Nike insider suggests delays tied to internal hesitation, red tape, and a bit of the old-school corporate doubt. Apparently, they didn't expect Caitlin to blow up this big this fast. That's a problem because with Caitlin Clark, you don't wait to believe. You act, you invest, you elevate. Wilson understood the assignment. Nike is still looking for the syllabus. What Wilson got right, and Nike keeps missing, is that Caitlin Clark's appeal isn't complicated. She's a baller. She's got range, vision, leadership, swagger, and she puts butts in seats. You don't need to reinvent the wheel for her. You just need to celebrate her love for the game. There is no better way to promote Caitlin Clark. She doesn't need any promotion of pregame fits. There doesn't need to be even a Nike terrible promotion. It's like you can't win while ignoring her. You don't need to see. There doesn't need to be any of that crap.